Hello everyone, welcome back to In Divine Time Tarot. I am Myra and today we are going to be talking about vision boards. We're also going to go over scripting and what that even is, and also how to write a petition that will work for you so that you can get the results that you want. If this all sounds good, then stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk about how to make your vision boards better if you are struggling. Number one tip that I have is, first of all, make a physical vision board. I understand people love having it on their phone as a wallpaper, on their computers, but it is nothing like the tactile, hand-to-eye process of creating a vision board, first of all, because that is part of the manifestation process, is the creation process of creating this vision board, but also having something there that you can physically touch, hold, and see. Secondly, instead of using generic photos from a magazine or offline, make it personal. It is your vision. Why would you put some random person, some random stock image of a woman or a man onto your vision board? You want to see you on this vision board. So let me tell you what I did. One of my vision boards, I wanted to go to Paris. And so at the time I had never gone. So what did I do? I photoshopped a picture of myself in Paris. I printed it out and I put it on my vision board. Why did I do that? I did that because I needed to see myself there. I needed to see an image of myself there. My brain does not know whether I was actually there or not. If I keep seeing this picture enough and I'm in it, oh yeah, this is me. I went to Paris. I did the things. I put myself into my vision board, and that allowed reality that I wanted to create for myself become more real because I saw myself reflected back from that vision board that I created. Another tip for your vision board is to write statements as if you have already been to this place. Kind of like when I said scripting, right? So it's just like mini versions of scripting on your vision board. Okay, so this is an old vision board that I have from 2019, believe it or not. Everything on this vision board came true. And one of the things that I wrote is, I'm so grateful that I'm able to travel to numerous countries with my family and explore, right? Me and my kids are obsessed with traveling. And my goal is to expose them to as many countries as possible. I needed to write these statements on my vision board because it was a part of the process of creating and constructing the reality that I was moving into. So if you are struggling with your vision boards, if you're feeling like very disconnected from your vision board, if you're just like looking at it like, who wrote this or whatever, it's probably because there's no connection between you and your vision board. When you look at your vision board, you should be looking at you reflecting back, getting excited about going these places, getting excited about doing these things. If that feeling, these feelings that we have are super important to be able to align us with the energy of the things that we want. Like I always say, everything is energy. So if you don't have that feeling, that energy, you are not going to be in alignment with the thing that you want to create, the reality that you want to step into. And having a physical vision board and seeing yourself reflected back from that vision board is definitely going to have a big effect on if you're able to manifest it and also how fast you're going to be able to manifest it as well. All right, so let's hop back into scripting. Now, if you're still a little confused about scripting or need a specific example, I got it for you. So I'm going to tell you guys about the time when I manifested my car. It's the same car I have right now. Now, my old car had completely just went on me out of nowhere after I had just got it repaired at that. And like, I was like car note free for like 2-3 months. So the fact that I had to get another car was just like, ugh. And so I knew if I was going to have another car note, that this car had to be everything that I wanted. It had to have all of the features that I wanted in it, right? So what did? I turned to scripting. Now, for me, personally, scripting has 3 rules. Number 1, I need to show gratitude as if I already have the thing that I am manifesting. Number 2, I need to be so highly detailed and granular in my description because I know exactly what I want to have. Number 3, I talk about the experiences that I will have because of the thing that I have, right? The thing that I'm trying to manifest. So, with my vehicle, right? The first thing I did was I said, oh, thank you so much, divine universe. Thank you, God. Thank you, ancestors, blah, 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 for this beautiful car that I have. I'm so excited that I have this new car that gets me from point A to point B. It runs perfectly. I have no issues with the car. It has almost no miles on it. Blah, 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 right? Said all these things. And then after that, I started to go into the detail of how I wanted the car to look, right? So I said, oh, I'm so grateful and so happy that this car has everything that I desire in it. Then I went into, oh, I want the car to have a moonroof, a sunroof. I wanted to have 3 rows. I wanted to have leather interior. I wanted to have heated steering wheels and seats and air conditioned seats and blah, blah, blah. All of these things that I had went into that I wanted for this specific vehicle, right? So that was my rule number 2 to follow. Be very specific with the details. And then after that, I went into my rule number 3, which is talk about the experiences that you want to have as if you already have them. So, as many of you know that follow me, I am an outdoor girlsy. I'm always in the woods. I'm always outside. So, I lead pretty much an active lifestyle. So, I need to be able to have a car that can carry all of this stuff in it. Lifestyle people do. So, when I was writing my scripting letter, I wrote, I'm so grateful that my car has so much space so that when I take road trips with my siblings and with my kids or friends or cousins, enough room to put tents and grills and boogie boards and surfboards and skis and snowboards and all of these things into my car. I also mentioned that I wanted my car to be delivered to me. The whole time I did not want to go to a dealership because I hate going to dealerships. And I also stated that I wanted to put down no more than $1,000, right? Literally, that is exactly what happened. I traded my car in. It was like a little bit under $1,000 that I had to put down. My car had every single feature that I wanted in it. It was delivered to me, literally to my front door. And I did all of the things that I said I was going to do, plus more in my scripting letter. So when you're extremely detailed, when you give things, when you can literally envision all of the things that you want to do with whatever it is, whether you're envisioning a new job, a new car, having a new relationship, it does not matter. These 3 golden rules apply to literally every single situation: finances, career, romance, literally anything. All right, so for petitions, I want to just talk about a little aspect of it that I didn't mention before. Petitions really, really, for me anyways, depend on mindset. So when I first learned about petitions and I started writing them, I would not write in my petition anything that I did not think was believable for me. So I'll give you an example. When I used to write petitions, if I thought that $1,000 was something that was out of my range to manifest, then I wouldn't even bother writing it down. I wouldn't even bother writing a petition for it because I knew that I wasn't going to get it, right? A petition is a declaration. When you declare something, you are sure about this thing. You know that you're going to get it. You know that is yours. And so because a petition is a declaration, if your mind is not in a place where you actually think that, one, you deserve what you're asking for, one, that you can actually get it. So if you were like me, because I was raised with a scarcity mindset, I was raised with a limited thinking, very much so. Oh, we'll never be able to afford this. We'll never be able to do this. We'll never be able to go to this place. You know what I mean? I was very much raised in that mind frame, and I had to unlearn those things. And so when I first started on this journey, the spiritual journey, and learning about manifestations, and learning about petitions, and all of these other things, being able to successfully write a petition that I could actually declare was difficult, to say the least. So what I did was I started with things that I actually thought were believable, right? I think the first thing that I ever tried to manifest as far as money wise was like $100 or $200. Now that seems very small to some people, but that was huge to me, right? Because where's $200 going to just come from, right? I didn't believe that the universe was abundant. I did not believe that I could just be open and that it would just come to me, that I could just declare it and know that it's mine and it will come to me. And because I didn't know that, I had to be careful with what I declared, with what I put in my petitions. So once my beliefs started to grow, once I started to realize that there's no such thing as scarcity and that there's just abundance, then my entire way that I manifested, that I wrote my petitions, completely changed. And once of reference that I was holding on to, that trauma that I was holding on to, right, started to ease its way out, then I noticed that what I wrote in my petitions would actually start to happen. They would actually start to manifest. The universe is abundant, and that all we have to do is ask. That's it. That's all we have to do is ask, and also believe that whatever we ask for is done, right? It's on its way to us. Now, sometimes that can take longer than others, whether that is because you're doing a vision board, whether it is because you're scripting, whether that is because you are writing a petition. A lot of that depends on your mindset. A lot of that depends on whether you think like if you actually deserve it, if people like you could actually have these things. There are so many blockages that we have inside of ourselves from either childhood trauma or neglect or bad relationships or whatever it is that cause us to have like these limiting beliefs. And so when you are able to work through those things, you will find that the speed of your manifestations clicks a lot faster, and you're also able to actually manifest the things that you want regardless of what method you use. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, a share, write a comment. I love to interact. And if you want to work personally with me to learn how to manifest better or faster, or if you need help with breaking down barriers that you feel are holding you back from achieving the life that you want, my link will be in the description for coaching sessions. Or if you want a tarot reading or astrological reading from me also, you can do that as well on my website, and I will link all of that in the description. Thank you so much for tuning into In Divine Time Tarot, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.